Hey guys, so I'm just going to give you some price targets for Bitcoin on the macro scale, so smaller targets. Also covers some price targets for Link, Cardano, XRP, and Tezos. I'm going to try to get in the habit of doing more of these frequent updates, just giving you price targets. By the way, follow me on Twitter. It's Optical Art Chart. I made a post back here. You can see right here, I was mentioning people. There was buy orders triggered 11,500, but I expected this to come down further. This tweet here was August 21st. I was telling people that we're coming down to support 11,369. This would be a perfect point too long. We're going to cover this chart as well, and you can see how this played out. As soon as we hit support, we started moving up. Again, if you want to access these charts, all of these charts are accessible on the website. The link will be in the description. It's opticalartcrypto.com. All these charts play out live. They play out live on mobile phones, tablets, desktops. You just click the link, they load up. If you do have a TradingView account, which is free to create, you can save these charts as your own. So you can add in indicators, change the time frame, draw on it, do whatever you want to do. But let me go ahead and cover some more macro targets. So this is the Coinbase weekly chart here. Your first upside target, if we push up, will be right here at this trend line. So let's just say 11,934. Your first target to the downside, if we start moving down, again, these are more macro targets, 11,412. We have been respecting this yellow ring as well. So if we come down, another target to watch will be 11,243. Keep in mind this is angle, so this will be 11,216. If we do break both these support levels, your next major downside target will be around 10,652. Again, guys, this is where I'll buy in to potentially ride up and sell at this point around 11,141. If you push above that, I will sell up here around 11,524. As you can see, we have been finding support and resistance, following this channel. We push up in this channel, back into this one, back up into this one. So now we're in this channel. So if we break down below, this is the channel we'll be in before we break to the upside or the downside. So those would be more macro targets. Again, the ultimate target that we need to break before I will get bullish is right here. I'll make this one red. So again, this is the target that we would have to get above this point before I got bullish. There is a lot of resistance here. This is this line going back since 2011. There's been strong support and resistance. So I do not see us getting above this point. If we do push up, though, I do think we will get rejected at this point. It does look like we are coming down to test this support again. This here is the Bitstamp BTC 72620. You can see that I have these yellow lines. And the purpose of this is just kind of showing you when we've been respecting a line repeatedly, this would indicate to be stronger support and resistance. So if we push up, you can see this was support and resistance here. We got resistance here. Our current resistance right now that we'd have to get above is around 11,580. If you push above that, your next target above will be around 11,636. Your next support level below our current support, well, our current support right now is right here at 11,541 at the time of recording this video. Your current support right now is around 11,521. Your next support level below that, you can see this line, I just extended it out. This has been a lot of support and resistance. Just going back, you can see how many times we tested this line. So this would be your next strong support level, guys. This would be around 11,478. And these would be your next strong support levels below 11,372. And you have very strong support down here around 11,300. And again, as you can see that this has proven to be strong support. This right here, you can see we've tested this so many times as resistance, support and resistance, more support and resistance. This is what came right down to this line. You see we tested it here, so and right here as well. So again, if we come down, this would be a likely point to catch a bounce. And then these could potentially be your resistance levels on the way up to potentially come back down. This here is the CME Futures chart. Keep in mind we have a gap below us between 9,915 and 9,665. So it's very possible, if you start a trajectory going down to fill this gap. And, these gaps do tend to get filled. This is a pretty substantial gap here. This is, again, between 9,915 and 9,665. So if we do come down, this is a likely point before you catch a bounce. Would be right here at 9,665. I put out a video. I'm expecting the Dow Jones to crash, as well as Bitcoin around September 11th. When I put out that video, I didn't reference the chart name, so I have the chart name. I also found an additional chart that actually was in confluence with the other chart. I'm going to put a link up to that video now. This video that I'm referring to will also be in the description. But I did want to point out, so the Dow Jones, I'm expecting when we cross this ring right here, that potentially we're going to have a drop after we cross. This will be on 9/11. This is the Coinbase weekly B chart. So the original Coinbase chart is this one here. This chart's been so accurate, I've actually changed it to the 1 hour to get these more macro targets in the smaller time frame. But this is the actual original chart. So I put this up. It's on the website as Coinbase weekly B. But I want to point out, it just so happens this ring right here, if we continue sideways, when we make contact with that ring, that will be on the same day that I had referenced on that other chart, which is this one right here. Again, check out that video where I'm talking about where I think Bitcoin and the Dow will start coming down. As you can see, we found resistance underneath this ring. We crossed this ring, we came down. This was the halving right here. And you see we're coming up on this ring, so it's very possible that this ring ends up pushing us down like this, which would be the same as what happened here. Or it could be like this ring where we crossed it and then came down. So same thing, we cross it and start coming down the ring. Just wanted to point that out. But this is the name of the chart. It's called Bitcoin Capitulation Chart 12-10-19. That would be Bitcoin Capitulation Chart 12-10-19 right here. So again, just pay attention to that. And again, this is what I was showing you for macro targets. This is the exact same chart, but just to give you more macro targets, and if we push up, this is what I was talking about, the center line. This is when we have to break for me to get bullish. You know, if we did push above, your next target would be up here around 14,500, and your next support level, strong support, would be around, looks like 10,689. So did want to show you, it's just when I see multiple charts showing me that something's going to happen on a specific date, that's more confluence to me that something probably will happen on that date. This here, so we covered that chart. Again, this is the capitulation 12-10-19. So let me give you some targets for Link. You know, I pulled these lines out just to kind of show you. This has been a lot of support and resistance right here. And again, this is Chainlink. So if we push up, your first resistance level is going to be, let me move this out of the way. Your first resistance is going to be right here at 15.847. Push above that, you will get a lot of resistance up here around 17.38. Your first support level, this is proved to be strong support. You can go back and you can see. Let's see how far back this goes. So we were topped out right here. This became resistance. As soon as we pushed above that, we had a pump. So this will be your next strong support level if Link drops. Again, this is not financial advice, but I would probably long from this point. This would be around $12.50. Keep in mind these are upward angles, so and if you move out here, this would be $12.63. Take note that when we bottomed right here on this line. So all of these lines in these fib channels will be temporary support, but this will be strong support for Chainlink. $12.63. This is Cardano. I just want to show you some price targets here. So our current support, it looks like we're about to break that support. If you follow this line back, you see we've tested this repeatedly. Support, we break down below it, we always come back up. Break down below, came back up, tested it again. We tested it here, got a wick. This is on the 30-minute. You can see the meat of the candle is above this line. So we are at support now. So if we break the support level right here, the next strong support level I have, you can see we pushed up. This is actually your next strong support right here, and you can tell this if you pull this back. You see you got a lot of resistance here. This is where we pushed up. So and again, I have these two yellow lines here. You can see there's a lot of buying and selling that went on between these two support and resistance levels. So if we drop, your next strong support below our current support is going to be around 0.110. Below that will potentially be 0.106. If we push up, you can see this has been very strong. Let me just pull this out. This has been very strong resistance right here. So if we do push up, I would think we would probably get topped out right around 0.129. Keep in mind we are coming across, these are pivot rings. Notice every time we cross one of these rings, we cross this ring here, same fib circle, guys. We cross this, we pushed up, came down. We cross this, we pushed up, it came down. So it's very possible. Keep in mind there's a yellow ring here as well. If we continue sideways, this would be on the 26th of August. You know, it's possible we could cross this, push up, and then come back down, and it would be repeating what happens every time we cross these previous rings. Just want to make sure you have some price targets. This is XRP. Currently, you can see we're getting resistance on this trend line here in this fib channel. So if we push up, this will be resistance. We got rejected at it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You also are respecting this resistance level here. So let me give you some price targets for XRP. If you push up, your first resistance will be right here at 28 cents. Your next one above will be right here, potentially 28.5 cents. We're kind of in limbo. I don't have a fib channel line between these 2 points, but you can see this has been strong support right here. So if we do drop, you will have support down here at around 27 cents. And again, if we drop below that, every single one of these lines will be support. My suggestion to you is go back and look and see how strong of a support level. So if you want a very strong support level, obviously we can play these on the way down, but the next very strong support that I see below would be down here, which is a pretty substantial drop, but this would take you down to around a little over around 19 cents. So that's XRP. Tezos, currently we're at support, so it looks like our support right now is pretty much right here at looks like it's $3.39. If we push up, this will be your next resistance level. You can see this has been a lot of support and resistance right here going back. So your next resistance above, and there's a lot of support and resistance levels here, but your next resistance level above will be $3.72, and then you will have a lot of resistance up here at $3.91. If we drop, now there are multiple support levels. You can see here this is actually a ring. If I go to the 30-minute here, you can see this is actually a ring. Got topped out here, got topped out here, didn't quite make it. Then we found support on it and then pushed up. So your next major support level will be this ring, as well as this white ring. You see this white ring actually goes above this yellow ring. So if we do have a drop, your first support level will be around $3.20, but you will find support. You can see if I take a trend line, draw this trend line, this fib channel line here has been a lot of support and resistance. So if we have a pretty substantial drop, your support to potentially catch a bounce will be around $2.90, and then it's possible you could wick down to this point and they could push back up, but this would be $2.83. So that just covers some price targets for Bitcoin and some different alts. But do pay attention to this chart, guys. This one right here. This is a Coinbase Weekly B chart. Again, I expect something to happen when we touch this blue ring. This goes in, this is confluence with this chart, which I mentioned in that last video. Again, the video will be in the description. But again, I expect when we contact this ring, either this will push us down from the inside or cross it and then start dropping. But guys, that's it till the next video. If you want to access these charts, again, the link is in the description. It's opticalartcrypto.com, and follow me on Twitter because this is the first place I go to keep people updated. It's fast, it's easy. Videos take a little bit of time to put up. That's it, guys. Until the next video.